All right, this is Poker 50.
My name is Michael Zhao. I'm a freshman in Canada studying computer science and statistics.
And I'm Trent Park. I'm a freshman in Strauss studying CS and math.
And I'm Nikhil Banga. I'm a freshman in Canada studying CS in physics. We are building a website designed for poker players to track their profits, losses, determine hand probabilities, analyze gameplay, and converse with the poker community. Our Poker 50 architecture is defined by our dashboard, log session calculator, bankroll, and community forum. But let's see this in action. To start, we have our sign-up page. This is where we create an account using our email, username, password, and confirm password. As we learned from the finance P set, we need to have our password have strict restrictions to make sure that we have good security. But we're going to start our predetermined account to show you some analytics. As we log in, this opens our dashboard.
Now, our beautiful dashboard has a live P&L model, and this shows us the amount of money that we make per session. On the left are some key numbers, such as total P&L and hourly rate, which is not that high, but it's all right. Right below that are fun facts, such as the most amount of money you made in one session. Right to the right of that is VPIP and PFR over time. Now, these are complicated numbers, but they're really good for calculating how good you are as a player, which is shown in the player strength profile. This is a multi-dimensional pentagon, which shows us how close we are to perfection. Perfection is defined by community accepted numbers, which have been tried and tested for a long period of time. As you can see, my showdown selection is not that great, and it reflects in my tips, which says to be more selective about which hands I take the showdown. Now, if I were to play, how do I add my data to this dashboard? Well, I go to log session, which has a lot of variables such as game type, buy-in, duration, location, as well as session stats. Now, session stats can either be an online poker.csv, which lets us automatically and accurately calculate your values, or it can be a manual estimate, which is not as great, but still helpful to see.
And all this is recorded in the bankroll where we can see overviews of all games and sessions we played and all games and sessions we inputted. Now I'm going to pass it off to Trent to talk about our calculator.
So let's take a look at our calculator, which is best by example. So let's try ace king suited versus pocket fives, which is a very common flip. And player one should have about 52% chance or something like that. So let's run our simulation. And we're using Monte Carlo simulations, so it's a little bit off, but it's within 1% or even better. And it gives about 51.6%, which is exactly what we want. Let's say player two gets a little lucky and gets an ace in the flop. Notice we can add anything to the turn, but let's calculate the equity. Player two should have a much better edge, and player two does. We can also add as many players as we want, and we can also clear all. What if we want to try some quick examples? Let's try aces versus kings or ace king versus queens, and we can do so, and we can calculate them. Going to community is supposed to be kind of like a Strava, but for now, all we have is that we can create a post, and we can also read other people's posts, of course, and look at their questions.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much. This was Poker 50.